Okay, this is Ralph Medici on JTV with the 8th Annual North Providence Boys and Girls Club Alumni Golf Tournament at Triggs Memorial Golf Course here with the chairman, Joe Simeone. Joe, how are you making out today?
Ralph, doing great. We had another full tournament here for the 8th year in a row, and we hope to make some big money for the kids at the North Providence Boys and Girls Club.
Now tell us a little bit about the process of what's involved in planning for the tournament each year, Joe.
Well, the biggest thing is to go out and get some sponsors to help us offset the cost of the event, and then we get all the golfers that come in. We usually get about 144 golfers, and then it's just a matter of getting prizes. Most of the people donate the prizes, and it should be a great day for everybody here. We have a lot of people that help get this tournament going, including you guys and most of the other alumni members.
Now talk a little bit about the tournament. What do you have going on? I know you have a longest drive. You have other events and gimmicks going on for the players. Talk about that a little bit.
We have 2 longest drive holes. We have 4 closest to the pin holes. We have a car hole on the 14th hole for hole-in-one. We have round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, and just a whole host of different things for the people to do out here today.
And how about the other fundraising activity, the auction? Can you talk about that a little bit, Joe?
Right, we usually have a big raffle, over close to 200 prizes for the raffle, and then we'll have an auction, a live auction at the end. We have some autographed memorabilia, some foursomes of golf, another trip up to Vermont for a vacation package. So, we look to, that's a big part of the fundraising as well.
Great. Now, how about the kids that benefit? Can you give us some specific examples about, how the kids from North Providence Boys and Girls Club benefited from this tournament, Joe?
Well, as you know, you've been down the club many times. We deal with kids that come from families that are, either one-parent families or disadvantaged circumstances. And we help support them through a variety of athletic programs, basketball leagues, hockey leagues, indoor soccer leagues. We host a Christmas party. We provide sponsorship for kids to go to camp down at Camp Davis, down in South County. Just a whole host of activities for these kids.
How about the guys that help you that are on the committee, Joe? Can you just talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, David Ritchie is a big force behind this. David does all of the recruiting of T-signs and financial sponsors. Eddie Betley's been a big help. He goes out and gets helps with all the prizes. And then we have the regular stalwarts that come here on the morning to help. Get the coolers ready, get the T-signs out on the course. And
I saw Ernie Denoncourt and Freddie Lacombe.
Freddie Lacombe, and the Montanelli boys.
Oh yeah.
And what would a golf tournament be without the Montanelli family
right.
here? One other thing I would like to say, our tournament sponsor this year is Brian Halver from National Distribution Centers, and this is either the second or third year in a row that he's helped us out, and this year he is the title sponsor for the event. So I want to thank Brian. I also want to thank all the other sponsors that come forward at various levels of sponsorship.
How about Triggs? Why do you choose Triggs every year, Joe? Talk about that a little bit.
Triggs has been fantastic to us over the past 8 years. As you know, we all grew up here playing golf, and then we played as we got older. And it goes back with Yogi and Bobby DePadua, and now we with Carl Augustine. These guys have been absolutely tremendous to us here. We couldn't ask for a better facility. They give us a prime time to play every single year in July, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and they pull out all the stops. And what better facility? Look at the day, and the course is beautiful.
What's your prediction of what'll win it today?
Well, it could be your group again, Ralph. You guys there's a pretty good group of sandbaggers in that group, and you seem to know how to handle the scorecard a little bit and the penciling on a racer. Now, Johnny Orba, it depends on what he wants to do too out there. So it could be between your group and his group.
Well, Joe, it's a great day. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And really appreciate what you're doing for the kids out there. You're doing a great job. A lot of hard work.
I appreciate it, and thanks for being a member of the alumni.
Thank you. Back to you guys. Okay, if you're just joining us, we are back at the North Providence Boys and Girls Club 8th Annual Alumni Tournament at Triggs Memorial Golf Course with Ernie Denoncourt. Ernie, how you making out today?
Good, good. A little warm, but looks like a great day. Everybody should have a great time today. Drink a lot of water. That's what it seems like.
Absolutely. Now, you're a volunteer, Ernie. Can you just tell us what your role is here today?
Filling up the coolers. I don't golf, so all I'm doing is filling up the coolers, make sure everybody's got water, some ice. Nothing much.
Now, you're part of the planning committee. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Not really. This year I was in Florida most of the year, Ralph. So I really didn't do much. I just come. It's mostly Joe and David and Eddie Bentley who does a lot of the things. I just jump on at the end and help wherever I can fill in.
Yeah, but you've been helping and filling in for how many years now? You've been involved, Ernie?
Since the start.
Okay.
From
so
the
that's
start.
About 30 years ago now or more?
Oh, more than that, I think.
Really?
Oh yeah, much more than that. God, my son's 37. Closer to 40, I would think.
Closer to 40 years.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a little bit what your role has been over the 40 years?
Started off, I coached a little. Don Placido got me involved a little bit. I coached. And then I started working for them part-time. And for about 12 years I did that until my sons got a little too old and we had too many things going with them and I dropped out and I just volunteered from then on. And come back here and there. I worked a little bit, did the Torch Club. A bunch of different roles like that. When you work for the boys club, you do all, whatever's available, you just take it and run with it.
Why do you do it, Ernie? What satisfaction do you get out of it?
Satisfaction is when you see these kids grow up like yourself. You remember, you know, and you come in later on in years and somebody come up and say, "Hi, Ernie, how are you?" And I say, you don't remember me, and they feel hurt that they don't remember you. But little kid, and now you're all grown up, and it's fun. It's fun.
Well, you're one of the guys behind the scenes who does a great job, who does a lot of work. I always see you here doing it, and I know you have the best interest of the kids in mind, Ernie, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, I enjoy it. Ralph.
Well, great.
Good day. It's for a good cause.
Now, tell us about Don Placido. Have you talked to him?
I have seen Don. Don will be here today. I'm sure you'll see him. His health isn't the best. His health has been declining, but he's hanging in there. His spirit is fantastic. His spirit has always been good, and you'll see him when he gets here. He's doing all right.
Well, great, Ernie. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Back to you guys. You gonna take that wig off sometime, Ernie? Look at it. You gonna take that wig off, Ernie? Okay, Ralph Medici, JTV. We're back at the North Providence Boys and Girls Club Alumni Association Golf Tournament with Santino Martinelli and Dominic Martinelli, two of the guys that I know have hung down the Boys Club quite a bit.
Good morning, everybody.
And we got.
If anybody hasn't paid or hasn't picked up their cards and their gift bags, we greatly appreciate if you could head down to the white tent so we can get moving. We should be on the golf course and starting in about 10 minutes.
You gonna take that wig off sometime, Ernie? Look at it. You gonna take that wig off, Ernie? Okay, this is Ralph Medici on JTV at the 8th Annual North Providence Boys and Girls Club Alumni Association Golf Tournament here at Triggs Memorial Golf Course with Santino Martinelli and Dominic Martinelli. Guys, how are you making out today?
Very well, very well. It's a beautiful day today. Going to be very hot, but we're expecting to have a great time here as usual.
Who's in your group today?
We got a foursome from Big Fitness, Christopher Sousa, the owner of Big Fitness, Jim Tarbox, myself, and Eric Greenberg. Great.
Now Santino, tell us a little bit about your group.
My group is representing Supreme Title and Escrow, and we got myself and a couple of guys from a couple of family members and one guy from my office also.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about a few years back, and I think it was number 14. Can you just take us back there for a minute?
Sure. It was actually the first annual golf tournament on the 14th hole. I actually managed to get a hole-in-one, and it was quite exciting, actually.
It was.
Yes,
and everyone's still talking about it. And
everybody still talks about it.
What's your prediction for today?
Hopefully I can hit it on 14 again so I can win the car this year.
Absolutely.
No car that year.
Now, Dominic, talk a little bit about your days back at the Boys Club and some of the activities that you participated in.
One of the reasons, Ralph, that Big Fitness and myself feel so strongly about this tournament, we've been supporting this tournament since day one, is the fact that, I used to be a member of the Boys and Girls Club, obviously. I grew up there. It's a tremendous asset to the community. It's a tremendous value, bringing kids together, keeping them off the streets, giving them something to do. I was just watching, actually, last night on television, on the nightly news. One of the biggest problems they have now is the lack of funding for activities for children. And the older teens are starting to get in trouble again. So one of the things that we like to do is support the tournament as much as possible, just to keep kids off the street like myself. One of the things that it did for me was give you positive role models, things to do, and if you got things to do, then you're not causing trouble. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to as far as we're concerned, and we've been here since day one, and we plan on being here as long as this tournament goes on. It's a great asset to this community.
That's great. Now, Santino, talk about some of your memories of being at the Boys Club.
Well, like Dominic just said, it was a great place to grow up. I was the youngest of 5 children, so I was always tagging along with my older brothers and my sister and all you guys. And,
you were trying to get rid of you all the time.
But, it was a great place for me, great place to grow up and play indoor soccer and all that good stuff, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, you guys are doing a great job supporting it. We really appreciate it, and you guys are perfect examples of grown men now that have been to the club when you were kids and successful now and continue to give back to the people. And we really appreciate you stopping by. Back to you guys. Okay, this is Ralph Medici on JTV back at the North Providence Boys and Girls Club Alumni Association Golf Tournament with David Ritchie, the treasurer of the Alumni Association. Dave, how are you making out today?
We're doing spectacular today. We've got such a great group of guys that come here every year to support us. It looks like God has blessed us with a beautiful day. The management group here at Triggs has done a spectacular job. The golf course is amazing. I'm sure all of the golfers who are seeing this are going to be very jealous that they're not out here with us. But hopefully next year you'll recognize what a great tournament this is and you'll be able to come out here and help us out.
Now, tell us a little bit about the planning process of what it takes to get this tournament together.
The planning process is actually very lengthy. You'd be amazed at what effort it takes. We have an alumni association that has approximately 15 or 16 active members that start probably in around December, starting to look for sponsors and looking for prize donors. It carries all the way up until actually last night, the night before, at 7 o'clock at night, we were still out chasing and collecting prizes for the tournament. Then, after the tournament, there's still help that goes on beyond that, where we have to send out all of our thank yous and things to all of our sponsors. So there's quite a lot of effort that goes on to make a tournament like this happen.
How about some of the sponsors? Can you just briefly talk about them and what their contribution to the tournament is?
We've got some great sponsors again this year. We've got a company called National Distribution Centers out of California that distributes product throughout the world. And they're our platinum sponsor this year. They've sponsored the entire tournament with a large donation. We also have Supreme Title and Escrow, which is Santino Martinelli, who came in at a gold sponsor. We have AGI Construction, which is the Albert family, a continuous year after year gold sponsor. Michael Watkinson, a former member of the Boys and Girls Club and a member of the Alumni Association, again year in and year out as a gold sponsor. And we have Big Fitness, another alumni member who's gotten his company to come in as a gold sponsor. And then on average, we usually have about 35 to 50 corporations and small shops that sponsor T-signs and countless prizes that are donated.
Okay, now how about the process after the tournament? There's a raffle, and talk about the raffle and the auction a little bit too, Dave.
The raffle is probably one of our most successful. The people that we have here are very generous. We have numerous raffle prizes. Most raffle prizes are bags. They've got shirts, golf bags, golf clubs, which generates some nice money for us. Our auction, which is our biggest generator of revenue, we have prizes that are donated. This year we've got a fantastic Boston Red Sox jersey signed by Kurt Schilling. We've got a vacation package that includes 3 days and 2 nights of golf for 4, free food and room up at a resort up in Vermont. And we have various other prizes that we auction off, like a Derek Jeter signed pitcher, signed baseballs, and a host of other items. So Ralph, that's a very important part of our tournament, and it generates the revenue needed to help support these boys and girls down at the club.
Well, great, Dave. You do a great job, and we really appreciate you continuing to do the work. And
thank you, Ralph.
So much.
We appreciate you guys coming here and supporting us and being able to get a message out to the public that we could really use whatever help they can provide us throughout the entire year. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks. Back to you guys.
Let's go.
There's DT.
Can I have your attention, please? This year we were able to secure another platinum sponsor to sponsor the entire tournament. That was National Distribution Centers, Ryan Halver, and I'd like to thank him personally for doing that again this year. Steve